afternoon, Justin. It's the 15th of November 2018 and it is starting to be Christmas time and I am excited and I don't care if Thanksgiving is next week. Oh well, it's Christmas time and I am going to be doing some baking. We are going to be making cake truffles. For those who don't know what cake truffles are, they're basically cake pops except bigger, and they're not on this popsicle stick. I was thinking about doing chocolate, but then I was like, that's not very festive. So instead, I'm going to be doing gingerbread cake truffles. All right, what I didn't grab was measuring cups and measuring spoons. Okay, got my baking cups and spoons, so we are good to go on that front. So, first thing, cream together the sugar and butter until lightened in color and fluffy. This is just a stick of butter. It is half a cup. So I'm gonna just plop that in my bowl. Like that. Half a cup, right? Half a cup of white sugar, yeah. So we're gonna take our hand mixer in a bowl and cream them together. And mix in the molasses until fully combined. Got one egg. I'm actually going to crack it in this in case I get any shells. I usually don't, but just in case. My friend Emery just made a video of her making a cake and she got so many eggshells in it, so I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to do the egg first and then the molasses because that's what it makes it sound like. So we're going to do that. Which is 1 cup. While I'm doing this, I may as well chat a little bit. I know my video on Tuesday I put up yesterday morning instead of on Tuesday. I have just gotten home from an awful flight. Do I not have enough molasses? I must. So yeah, I had just gotten home from an awful flight. I was exhausted. Guys, it was a mess. Alright, Justin, it was a total disaster. I lost my wallet. I lost my keys. I was crying all morning. I totally don't have enough molasses for this. God, I'm gonna have to run to the store. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. Oh, okay. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Alright, I'm back. I went to Walmart and asked the girl, because I couldn't find where the molasses was. So I asked a girl that worked there where molasses was, and she said, what? And I'm like, molasses? And she's like, I don't know what that is. What's it for? And I'm like for gingerbread? This chick who looked older than me had never heard of molasses. Like, what? Is it really getting to the point where we make everything pre-bought? Like, everything is pre-bought to the point where we don't even know what ingredients are called anymore? Like, is there going to come a time when people don't know what, like, baking powder is because they've never had to use it? Anyways, I just added the cup of molasses to my batter. Okay. Mix until fully combined. It is starting to look like gingerbread. This is exciting. So now it says add in the flour, baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves until combined. Okay, so I'm going to do the baking soda, salt, cinnamon, ginger, all of that first, and then I'll do the flour because flour is a tricky thing. All right, now I'm going to mix it and then I'll go into the flour. All right, 2.5 cups of flour. A cup of applesauce. This was optional, but it says that it will add moistness to the cake. And so, you know what? Doing it! Alright, it is 1 cup. And then I have a nice snack. And I'll mix this in and then I'll do the water. 1 cup of hot water, yes. Shh. Fuck. It calls for half a cup of applesauce. It still tastes fine. I'll fill this up. I'll add half a cup first, see how the texture is, and add the rest of it if I need to. Hopefully I didn't just fuck everything up. We'll see. Okay, I have a half cup, or I have 1 cup of hot water. Let's add a little bit, mix it in, see how it is. I can't believe I did that. So, I think this looks good. I think if I added the other half cup, it would be too liquidy. So I think this is good. I think I'm just gonna keep it like this. That should be fine. All right, let's see. 40 to 45 minutes. Okay. So if I do this one, I think I'm gonna do the 8x8. I have canola oil cooking spray. I'm gonna use the 8x8 because it's the same shape, it's just the wrong size. So if I do it for 45 minutes and it still comes out sticky, I'll put it in for another 5 minutes until it's done. So that should be fine. Once it is done, we need to put it in the freezer till it cools completely, and then comes the fun part. I'm gonna spray this. Yeah, good. I actually forgot to turn off the oven while I was gone, so it's still preheated. It's fine. All right, cake batter is going in. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Now I'm going to put this in the oven. Okay, Google, set a timer for 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes.
All right, so we are back. The cake is done. The cake has actually been done for a while. It was cooling in the freezer. So this is what it looks like. Very good. And now it is time to make some frosting. The recipe I'm using is called chocolate frosting, which is why I grabbed chocolate. But we're not going to be adding the chocolate to it, so it just needs a little bit more of sugar because I'm not adding the chocolate to it. First thing we add is 6 tablespoons of margarine. Now, I don't really like margarine, so I'm using butter. Unless this is margarine. I don't know. Land Flakes. Butter. This is butter. Cool. Is it salted or unsalted? Salted. Good. We're going to add 6 tablespoons. So that little stick was 4 tablespoons, which means now we're only adding 2. Also, I'm really hungry. I don't know if you can see me shaking. It's 5 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet. I do have on the oven over here some chicken that is waiting for the oven to be ready. And I'm making Parmesan chicken for dinner, so quite excited for that. And then you melt it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Now we are going to be adding the vanilla and then milk and powdered sugar. So I did already measure out a 1/3 cup of milk right here, so that's what I'm going to be using. It says a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm not going to use a measuring spoon because I'm lazy. Now, you just gotta add some powdered sugar. Mom did this really cute thing, I think it was Mom, where she just put some butcher's twine around our powdered sugar, and I really like that. We're just gonna go for it. And it calls for like a specific amount, but I don't know if you've seen Mom make frosting. She never does that. It calls for 2 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. So that's quite a bit. I'm just gonna go for it. see. Might add a little bit more powdered sugar, but I think I should be good. So now comes the fun part, where we're going to add the frosting into our cake. So I'm just gonna kind of like roughly cut it, just so it's a little bit easier to handle. I'm also going to wash my hands because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember if I did. Of course, when you're making frosting, it's not as important to wash your hands as it is when you're literally handling cake. So I'm just gonna kind of use my knife as help and pull out one of these. I cut it into 6. So, and then you're just gonna crumble it. Put on some handy dandy gloves. These are just like the non-latex gloves that you get, you know, box of 500 from Costco. Alright, so I'm not gonna add all of the frosting, just gonna add enough to make them like stick together truffle-like, you know, because we're making cake truffles. Let's add that much for now. And just get your hands in there and just squish it around. All right, so that was really all I needed. There is a little bit left, but that's okay. We can use that for something else. Okay, so on a baking sheet, I'm going to make some blobs of this, just about that big. Don't know how big that is really. A little bit bigger than a golf ball. And just plop them on there. And I'm gonna do that for the rest of these. That shit was good. Alright, so now these are going to go in the freezer to harden while I eat my dinner, while I finish making and eat my dinner and do some dishes, and then we will come back, melt the chocolate, and get on with the truffle making. Okay, Tiankim is home. You can see him a little bit in the corner. You don't have to, you're fine, it's just your arm, hun. You're going to melt some white chocolate chips with some butter in the microwave and dip these in here and then let them harden for a little bit longer, and then that's it. Mixed some milk into this to make it a little bit more liquidy. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up by doing that. And now I'm gonna put on some gloves again and start dipping. I don't know what my process is gonna be.
Drop it in.
Like that. So it's too liquidy. So we're gonna let it, see if letting it cool for a little bit helps at all. I mean, worst comes to worst, they're not going to be bad. They're just going to be a little drippy. So I don't think that's horrible. A little bit better, not much better. But I'm going to say fuck it and do it anyway because I don't have a whole lot of time. So yeah, just going to put it in there. Chocolate, and I don't want to go back to the store for the third time today. So we're gonna call it, put them in the freezer, and yeah, put them in the freezer, and then we will be back in a little bit after they have hopefully hardened. Alright, so these have been in the freezer for a while. So I think they're as hard as they're gonna get. And they're still quite tacky. And we didn't have enough chocolate for the last two. But that's okay. It's a little disappointing. But it's okay. Like, it's fine. I'll put them in little baggies and have them in the freezer. I was planning on having them like in a cute arrangement in my little cake stand, but that's okay. I did eat one of these, and Tiango had one earlier. They're really good. So yeah, that's my video for today. It's a long one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. So it's 9 o'clock now. I still need to edit and upload. It's fine. It'll be fine. So Justin, I will see you on Monday.